morning and welcome to the Morning Sip. This time I've got a partner in crime this morning as we talk about the Mississippi Book Festival. It's really going to be a show that's going to be interesting to people who not just love literature, but people who love Mississippi too, and books and all the things.
Yeah.
So this morning, tell me how you feel about the book festival, what you know right now.
I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really good event. You know, we've heard from a few people already. There's going to be a lot of people coming out today and tomorrow, so it's going to be a big event.
All right, now coming up in the show, we've got a lot of things. We don't want to give it all away, but
No.
we do want you guys to interact with us this morning in our poll and tell us what your favorite childhood book is. You're going to have to tell us later, but you
Yes.
need to tell us right now what this weather's going to do this weekend.
Right, and so, of course, everybody wants good weather, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed because we are going to have some rain to talk about this morning. It is a little wet out there.
All right, Jake, I have my favorite book as a child. What is your favorite book?
I don't have mine with me, but I'm going to say, I thought about it last minute, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I know you remember that one.
That's a good one.
It is
That's
a good one, and it was a movie.
It was. Now let's see what the people have to say about their favorite childhood book, and we'll be back with more from the Morning Tip.
My favorite childhood book was Make Way for Ducklings.
Green eggs and ham, absolutely.
My favorite childhood book was Jenny B. Jones' The Stupid Smelly Bus.
Honestly, nothing goes wrong with the Bears and Bears. I really like reading them. Every time they come out with a different book, it's always a different story.
I loved the Magic Treehouse books. I just couldn't get enough of them. The Tonight on the Titanic was actually the first one that I ever read.
I do love Blueberries for Sal. I read this growing up, and I was always picking the blueberry bushes in our backyard and eating like gallons of blueberries. So this has to be one of my favorite books.
All right, I'm here with Ellen, and you are the executive director of this festival. Are you excited to be back again?
We are so excited to be back in person again. You know, it's been a long 2 years without being here, and we are delighted to have everyone back with us on the Capitol grounds.
So then thinking about being back, volunteers, you don't need any anymore.
We have had the largest volunteer sign up that we have ever had. So yeah, it has been incredibly heartening, and we are just thrilled to have everybody with us. I mean, it doesn't work without our incredible volunteer force.
So what exactly goes into a literary lawn party?
Well, a year of planning, you know, just looking at the upcoming books, reaching out to publishers, organizing all that, a lot of logistics, and engaging the community. You know, that is the really big thing, because without the community, it doesn't work either. So
Now, I'm going to throw you a little curveball here real quick. What is the best book you've read this year?
Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin.
Okay, I didn't expect you to answer that quickly, but so what exactly do you think for people who don't even read books, why would this be an event they need to check out?
Well, there's incredible food vendors that are going to be here. There's lots of great children's activities. And it's just, you know, we've all been not doing things like this for 2 years. And so there's going to be live music, and it's just fun. And, you know, it's great to get together and everyone, you know, for everyone to come together on one day and just enjoy being together.
The word on the street is there's something for kids too today.
There is. So on the Friday before the festival, we have our signature children's programming, which we call our Kid Note, if you like that little play on words. And we have got 1,200 students coming to Thalia Mora to see Newbery Award-winning author Matt De La Pena. And then we have 700 9th through 10th graders coming to Galloway Sanctuary to see the late Congressman John Lewis's collaborators, Andrew Iden and Nate Powell, with they created the National Book Award-winning graphic novel series March, and they're coming with the next installment of that run. So we're very excited.
So I need to run and get here on Saturday, Friday, whatever, everything's happening. Do I have to pay for anything?
No, it is free and open to the public because the joy of reading should be free and open to everyone.
Come on, now that's the ending line right there. We'll be back with more of the Morning Sip. This is Ellen. Good morning and welcome to the second half of the Morning Sip. Jake, this is the perfect day for you to be out here with us, number one.
It is, even though it did rain on us for a little bit. It wasn't too bad, though, but, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of gross outside right now, but that's to be expected.
Yes, and then when we think about just the show in general, it's been pretty great. We've been talking to the executive director of the festival and talking about some of the things you can expect. They've had a lot of volunteers come up. They've had free events that we can look forward to all weekend long. You're going to find out more about that, of course, coming up. But Jake, I'm going to toss it to you so we can find out about the weather.
Yeah, so this morning, of course, like you just heard, very muggy out here. You may encounter a shower or two this morning, and so we'll go to radar and show you how things are looking out there right now. And we actually do have some heavier rains that have developed around the Utica area back towards Port Gibson this morning. It's definitely a lot drier picture, though, compared to yesterday.
All right, Jake, we're going to switch it up this time. What is your favorite book of this year of all time?
I'm going to say, well, this year, I just finished Natural Disaster by Ginger Z, who's like the head meteorologist at GMA at ABC. That's been like my favorite book so far this year.
All right, let's check in with the community and see what they have to say.
My favorite book is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie.
Any book by Joyce Myers. I really love her.
Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. It's one of my favorite books of all time.
My favorite book of this year is Lost and Found by Catherine Schultz.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Sip. I'm here with Tanja Murphy, who is the events coordinator for the book festival. How long have you been working for the Mississippi Book Festival?
I've been working with the book festival since 2019.
Okay. And, you know, we have a lot of stuff going on today, planned for today and tomorrow. What are some highlights of what's going to happen today and tomorrow as well?
I think one of the biggest highlights for today is we will have students at Thalia Murray Hall, we'll have students at Galloway, and we will have nearly 20,000 students tuning in virtually for that experience as well. So that is the big highlight for the day. I love getting children and books together, and what better way to do it than with the Mississippi Book Festival. So that is a big highlight for today.
And, you know, it's not just, there's a lot of stuff going on too. You know, we have food vendors and everything coming out too. So, you know, what else can people expect coming out this weekend?
So coming out this weekend, they can, of course, expect the food trucks. They can expect a family-friendly environment. They can expect having books signed. They can meet booksellers and purchase books. They can tour the author's alley and meet authors and, you know, engage with them and talk to them. Of course, they can experience over 170 authors and 40 panels. We got something going on everywhere. So it is literally a literary lawn party happening this weekend.
Yeah, so even if, you know, maybe somebody who doesn't read a lot, you know, this is something that everybody can come out and enjoy.
And I think one of the biggest things is it is family friendly. You can bring your kids. It is something, if it's a baby, all the way up to 99, it is something to do during the Mississippi Book Festival. So I encourage people, bring your family out. Bring your nieces, your nephews, your godchildren, those kids you engage with in your neighborhood. Yep. There's an opportunity. You can come out and be here all day. You can see a panel, get a book signed, have some lunch, have a kids event. You can really make it a day out here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Y'all heard it. I mean, there's so much to go and come out and see today, tomorrow. So much going on. Again, thank you so much for speaking with us, and we're going to have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
All right. Absolutely. All right, we'll be back after this.
And you know, when we talk about the book festival, we really can't forget to mention Lemuria and all that it has done in this Jackson community and continues to do for 47 years, for a long time. Check out this story.
It's a life that I'm grateful for.
For John Evans, providing a literary escape for people in the Jackson community is part of a dream.
I grew up in this neighborhood, and I've moved twice before. Started my store, and I've always been interested in having our hometown have what I could do to create the best bookstore that I could make available.
And for more than 4 decades, it's been a staple in the community that is valuable to so many.
There's such an amazing history of writers in Mississippi, and I think without places like this to celebrate them, it's easy to lose sight of everything that Jackson and Mississippi has to offer, the literary world and just in general.
Like the hands that hold a book, this store holds lots of memories and even new career opportunities.
I used to be a teacher. I love teaching, but I was a little burnt out and wanted to do something different. And I always was a great reader and loved books. And I found this bookstore. I had no idea that Jackson, Mississippi had such an amazing bookstore, and I stayed.
Y'all coming to the festival?
We're definitely going to be there.
Evan says he wants to see a love of literature stay in the city and was ready to help when Jerry Nash approached him about the idea of a book festival.
I think that Holly Lang and Ellen Daniels have created something that hopefully we can rebirth after COVID's cancellations and rejoice in writers and readers and have a great day on Saturday.
And like Lemuria, Evans hopes the festival will thrive for decades. We want to know what you thought about the show today. It's really been fun.
It's been a great time. We're excited for this event this weekend.
All right, now, Jake, I feel like the rain is about to start coming now,
I know,
so we're going to toss the living local and run.
Yeah.
1, 2, run.